Basement Bookers Podcast.
What's up, folks? Richard is here at the Basement Bookers Podcast, joined as always by Basement Chair, who is our new Basement Champion. Congratulations, coming out of WrestleMania.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
We are here. We are going to talk about WrestleMania. This is the first pre-recorded episode we have had since WrestleMania. We're going to talk about WrestleMania, the fallout we've seen so far, the call-ups, and of course, it's that time of year also, the releases. So, do you want to get right into WrestleMania?
Yeah, I guess that's the main reason we're here today. So I guess we can just get on with that.
All right.
However you want to do it.
I'm sure you got the stuffs over here. Let me see if I can see. Night one, the first match was the Usos and LA Knight, versus the Vision and I Show Speed. Now, spoiler alert, we got most of these matches right. Basically, of course, got more than I did. That's why he is the champ. So we had the Usos and LA Knight here. Usos and LA Knight won. There was a kerfuffle. And after the match, I Show Speed hit a splash onto Logan Paul through the announce desk, if I recall correctly, to start the night off right.
Yeah, I guess it's subjective. The match didn't. I can't talk for anybody else, but just mainly I thought it was fine. It just I'm not interested really in what the Vision does. I don't care about the pairing of LA Knight and the Usos anymore. Because I guess it's mainly first it was like, okay, this match is, I guess it's fine. It's like, great, they got their internet guy out there for their, because they have to have a celebrity in it. This was on the pre-show, which meant that it got to be on ESPN for people. I mean, for people who don't have the ESPN Plus stuff. So I guess I understood it in that sense, but nothing's going to come of this really. The Usos are with Roman now, and LA Knight's like, you guys don't do that again. If you do, me and you, we're not okay. And it's like, there hasn't been any real investment in LA Knight on a meaningful level. Maybe since he was the United States champion, for me to even try to grant it more of the space in my mind. Like how wrestling, like every episode of Raw is supposed to be for everyone, but at the same time it's not going to entertain anyone. So yeah, until I see some motion in the LA Knight thing, this was just a wash. Usos are moving on to back to the Bloodline, first family, whatever the hell you want to call them. But yeah, long story short, that was okay, I guess.
Yeah. I'm with you completely with LA Knight. Even his US title run was rather lackluster. I feel like even that was all to build up Logan Paul as a quasi-credible contender for it. They really had, like, I'm an LA Knight fan. I like LA Knight. I like him as a character. I like his mic work. His in-ring work is good, as long as he's not slipping on the top rope or nothing. We definitely don't want him to get hurt. But like you said, the management and the creative team haven't really invested in making him break through to that next level. And I think not just us, I think a lot of the fans are seeing it. I still like LA Knight, and I want better for him coming out of this. Maybe he has to come out of this on the other side, and once he's through, like maybe once he's feuding with the first family, if that's what they're doing, maybe then he'll skyrocket. I hope.
Maybe
One can hope. All right. Match 2 was they made this the unsanctioned match. This was Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu. We knew exactly where this was going to go, which was all over the place. And of course, Jacob Fatu got the W here as we both predicted.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna lead to Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu at Backlash. I really thought, if anything, Jacob would still be on SmackDown and maybe going after Cody. But it looks like they're maybe doing CM Punk versus Cody or heading that way. As far as the match goes, it's like I said, well, not this episode, but I said many episodes before that I don't care a lot for matches that let you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
With rare cases, I just wish they were more spread out so when they do happen, it's more of an impact.
Mm-hmm.
I always think it's more clever to see how someone can win by working within the rules of the match.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they were a little bit more creative with what they do in a match where you can literally do anything. A lot of it's, real paint by numbers, the chair, table, whatever, etc. Someone's going through this, someone's, the toolbox thing, which I thought, I was like, hey, just hit them with the whole thing. And, that worked out well. I guess I can give that credit.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's, it was a fine match. Everybody got what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree. No real thinking outside the box here. They brawled, and Jake came out on top. I wasn't expecting him to challenge Roman either. So this is definitely an interesting little plot twist that they're doing. His reasoning is sound, so at least like storyline wise, it makes sense. He wants better for his family, the way Jay did, the way Roman did when they were champs. So I get it. I think, out of the blue as it may be, it's a logical progression, and looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Right about that.
All right, and match 3. So we're on 4 already. Match 3 was the women's tag team title match. We had a difference of opinion here, but we were both incorrect. This was the Irresistible Forces versus Charlotte and Alexa versus Bayley and Lyra versus not the Bella Twins, but it was Brie and Paige. And it was another of the WWE's worst kept secrets that Paige was probably very likely going to be replacing Nikki Bella in the match because she has this broken ankle, there's pins in it, there's scars all over the place. I didn't see them giving the tag titles to Brie and Paige, but that's what they did. I had the Irresistible Forces, and Basement Joe over here picked Lyra and Bayley.
Well, we didn't know that Paige was going to be in the match.
Right.
Like we speculated, but there was no way to put it in because they made it official after we recorded.
Right.
So, as far as the match goes, it was like 8 minutes, if that.
Yeah, eight and a half minutes.
2 minutes longer than the Bellas and Paige's last WrestleMania match. A lot of these matches, and I guess I can just make the comparison now before I forget. WrestleMania used to be a night out. It used to be a very, like, you go to a restaurant, you gotta order on the menu, You got to order the pay-per-view. That's, ordering on the menu. You get these meals that it takes a while to get through. And boy, did they taste good, some of them. Some of them maybe not so much, not trying to wear rose-colored glasses. Then it started to just trickle down. It started to become going out to TGI Fridays and Outback Steakhouse and Applebee's. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but just follow with me. This past WrestleMania was McDonald's. It was Wendy's. It was Burger King. It was just fast food. Might taste great, but it's not going to be good for the health of wrestling overall. I think if WrestleMania fails, it all fails. And the fact that they are so arrogant, too arrogant to see what they're doing, and little by little the soul of what we grew up watching is being sucked out and fucked out by TKO and whored out so some fucking jabroni I never fucking heard of can sit at the announce desk, a sacred place where people of varying skill who actually know, analysts who went through it, worked to get to the point where they can call and sit at that desk. And it's gone. The fucking the ads on the canvas, it makes me sick. The names of like this is a fucking booster club for a town football team, and it's just not. It makes me sick. I'm not like some kind of like wrestling purist. I like the Sami Zayn Jackass match. I like all sorts of different things. But what they're doing and the fact that everything's like the fact that we're normalizing Slim Jim on a fucking table, and it's like, oh, it just takes it's less raw and it's more like Disney. It's like the next thing you know, like right after a match, they're going to have wrestlers fight out to the concession stands and have you follow them so you can go over to the gift shop. Because of Disney, after you get off the ride, you exit through a gift shop related to whatever it is you was on.
Everyone?
Like, most, yeah.
Damn.
Most of them, yeah. And they're doing this weird shit, and it always makes me think, like, what are you doing? Are you trying to sell this thing? Are you trying to carve out the soul? And you could look no further than the Hall of Fame with blowing smoke up Stephanie McMahon's ass like she's some kind of pioneer in that world. Talking about it's a wrestling Hall of Fame. I don't care how nice she is. I don't give a fuck if she knows people's names. Like, you're going to get a bonus for knowing people's names. Oh, God forbid the fucking queen knows the names of her subjects, and we should all be so fucking grateful. And anyway, Paige is back. Here's your nostalgia. They pick up the keys, they jangle the keys. Remember Paige? Remember Nikki Bella? Remember Brie Bella? Remember AJ Lee? Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's gone now. It's too much. She's overwhelmed. I understand that. But not that we even know the reason. It could have been, look, let's get a WrestleMania match. And for some god-awful reason, and this is not an insult, because I'm a fan of Becky Lynch, and I always have been, to come back just to put Becky Lynch over, who doesn't fucking need it. So, that just blows my mind.
Like, I can't disagree with anything you said. Like the one thing, maybe, and this isn't justifying it, but maybe AJ Lee didn't come back to put Becky over. Maybe AJ Lee came back to hold the IC title and then drop it at Mania. I could have done without that.
Becky over.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, that's what it was about, because AJ beat her, 2 times? He made her tap twice?
Yeah.
And just to beat her at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ Lee, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is the way she always was, or we remember her when she left and we all had rose-colored glasses, but this run was not as good as when she was around.
Oh, it absolutely wasn't. So when she was around, it was the early days of, the post diva. Wait, women can wrestle. Let's have actual women wrestlers on here, and women that wrestle could have grown up as fans, and that was what AJ Lee was. And we had the Paige and Charlotte and Becky not too long after that, but but before that, it was AJ Lee. You had AJ Lee. I think Lita was around every now and then back then. I don't know.
Yeah, but you
My
also
memory's...
had Natalya. Like,
Yes.
why is everybody talking like Natalya wasn't there?
The company was never
Natalya
really
was always a
behind
better
Natty.
wrestler than AJ.
Absolutely. Natalya is probably the best women's wrestler they have, period. But
I don't know. They say Io Sky's the best wrestler in the world. So I'm having conflicting reports here.
I would say maybe Io Sky is a better sports entertainer. But if you say, all right, we're going to do all wrestling moves, but let's do this for real, I'm absolutely putting money on Natty.
Well, yeah, you just got to think about the dungeon.
Exactly.
If there was going to be a shoot fight, then that's what I think.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like to add on to what you said, to everything you said about, I feel like, like if you're a wrestler, you're coming up, you love wrestling, you're barely getting by, if at all. You're sacrificing so much to break into wrestling, to get big, to where you can start actually making a viable income from it and getting popular, getting yourself over, getting out there and everything. And you get to WWE, and it's the machine does this, and you got the sponsorships here, and this and that, and like you mentioned, the Slim Jim table. The passion is gone. I feel like a little bit maybe that might have been behind the Orton Pat McAfee storyline that got dropped, which we're going to get to. Like that could have been a direction they took about how the passion is gone, and it's just so much more commercial than it used to be. Like you said, WrestleMania used to be a spectacle. It used to be a night. It used to be a thing. Now it's 2 nights, and we're overall getting less match time than they had when it was 1 night. All they did was double or triple the ads. And the fact that it's on a streaming service where the ads aren't necessary, you're making the money. Respectfully, Nick Khan, fucking stop. We don't need all these ads.
I just think that if all of these matches, honestly, if we went back to 1 night, and I understand it's like, oh, it's too long, this and that. It was different, man. Everybody, like, they wanted to maximize their minutes, man. Today I was watching, someone had shared the video package for HBK versus The Undertaker 2, where you see, like, my memory just from watching that video package was jogged to this timeless time, and HBK wanted another crack at the Undertaker. He thinks he could beat him. Undertaker's not interested. Eventually, HBK's like, all right, fine. I'm going to get to the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to take the title from you. I'm going to get you at WrestleMania. Doesn't win the Royal Rumble. Is eliminated by Batista. Gets to the point where it's Elimination Chamber. Costs the Undertaker his world title. HBK confronts the Undertaker on Monday Night Raw. I screwed you. I cost you the world title. I'm giving you your chance for revenge. Face me at WrestleMania. Undertaker obliges. Undertaker says thank. Shawn Michaels says thanks. He goes to leave. Undertaker goes, but if I win, it's streak. If you win, you beat the streak. If I win, your career is over. And I was like, oh my God, that sent chills like down my spine. Mm-hmm. And I don't get that from, and it's not the fault of anybody current. And we're gonna go in and we're gonna continue to talk about what we liked about the matches, because it's not that we hated it. We thought it was a decent WrestleMania. It's just not. Things aren't going to be the way they were before. Mm-hmm. And I'm not fighting for that because, look, I like this podcast and we got our people, but we're not, no one's going to look to us. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't change what's happening, but we could talk about how we feel about it. That's mm-hmm. all we can really do, So I just think something's been lost. Quality has just gone down. Like if you look at any of the older like promos for WrestleMania matches, they were very good. But yeah, let's just try to get through the rest of these before this becomes like an hour and 45 minutes that I gotta go through, making sure I don't screw it up.
Yeah. Speaking of the mat formerly being sacred, we had Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Another one with, kind of a mid build-up.
Honestly, I don't until Gunther addresses the fact that there are sponsors on the wrestling mat, I will not take him seriously. I think his mat is sacred is bullshit. Mm-hmm. He doesn't believe any of that, because if he did, he would say something. Maybe if he had he's trying to just do his job, just work. He's just playing his character, but I don't want to hear that from him. I don't want to hear it from that character. This match, I thought it's not the best match for either of them. I look at Seth Rollins, the many times he's wrestled John Cena, even the CM Punk matches with Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. I'm not saying these two don't have chemistry or anything like that, but it did feel like, okay, this is really like thrown together. We don't want to do Braun Breaker versus Seth just yet. Mm-hmm. We want to do it at Backlash, so have him come in after the fact. It wasn't too long, and yeah, it did what it wanted to do. We'll talk about what really, if there's a drop storyline with Gunther and Paul Heyman now, with what happens the next night, but there's no way to know.
Yeah, allegedly, Heyman owes Gunther a favor. My speculation was that favor would be Brock Lesnar in a career match at SummerSlam, but we'll find out soon that is not what's happening. Gunther versus Seth, I thought it was good. I feel like, strong finish. So I think maybe the plan was that Gunther would be able to capitalize on this win and the favor from Paul Heyman into something. Maybe when Braun becomes champ and Gunther gets first shot. I don't know. We'll see.
Where is he? Where is he? What's he doing?
There's a lot of this. I'm sorry, WrestleMania was mid. I gotta say it was mid. The biggest night of the year was mid. It's not promising.
I think that's why it's okay that we're doing this a little bit later, because I think everybody else, they want to get out there, do their review as soon as possible, and it's like I don't know how long you really got to sit with what happened at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we needed to digest it and analyze it, and I really wanted to see what the fallout was. I wanted to see, okay, are you going somewhere important with it? Like, was there a reason for any and all of this? I think I still have that question. Ultimately, or that's the answer. Maybe not.
No.
Shortest match of the night, quite unfortunately, for all the reasons. Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. Liv Morgan becoming the women's champ in 6 minutes and 51 seconds. I truly believe like a lot of entrances were longer than this match.
Yes. We had a viewer with the live stream with us talking about how not everyone needs an entrance, like an elaborate entrance, and I think that's true. You know, I don't care that Seth Rollins' jacket is smoking. I don't care how long Trick Williams' mint coat is. I don't care that, Liv Morgan is a good dancer. I don't care that she, like, the review for I gotta give the review for the match. Allegedly, they was cut short because they were both working banged up. I think that's bullshit. I think there just wasn't a lot of time. But yeah, I mean, maybe, because Liv did look like she was in a fight. I complimented her on looking tough. But it just led to, Stephanie Vaquer is out for at least 6 months. We don't even know.
A knee injury or something, right?
I think it's a shoulder thing. Something happened. She was written off television, attacked by Girl Judgment Day, which, wonderful, just great. So now it's going to be a ladies faction. Like, I'd rather have Damage Control back. But I think the Judgment Day is winding down. What with Finn Balor, he's trying to talk to Roxanne. It's like, listen, you can't trust them. And she's like, why should I trust you? And really, he should have said, no, you can't. You can't trust me, but you definitely can't trust them. I don't know why he doesn't lean into that. And it's like you can just talk to her. Like you've watched this. You've watched wrestling your whole life, and you don't see where this could be going for you. Maybe it's something to think about.
Yeah. I hope JD gets elevated.
Nothing to write home about. The girls helped, and Stephanie was outnumbered. That's all.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe they did keep it short because maybe Liv's, she was under concussion protocol. Maybe they're like, all right, but not too much. She's good to go for a few minutes, and like, all right, let's just do that. So yeah, Stephanie's out with a shoulder injury. Liv is the champ. Let's see where we go. Still waiting.
Yep. Still waiting.
Main event night 1 was Cody Rhodes versus the Viper. Randy Orton with Pat McAfee on and off in his corner.
We all saw it. We all saw, Cody got hurt and, Randy lost, and come to find out that they changed direction because Pat McAfee, and this is where I'm a little like, I'm very annoyed. You, after the fact, after people reacted poorly to it, all of a sudden you don't think it's a good idea and you want to step out. After you should have said no from the beginning. You shouldn't have said yes and waste our fucking time. This was a waste of time. Randy might be injured. Cody, we don't know what the extent of his injuries are. Pat's just gone, and he's maybe not coming back. It was him and Jelly Roll that are like, nah, this, the business, this and this. Shut the fuck up. You already agreed. Just be one of the boys. Just let's ride it out. I know a lot of people are like, oh, this was stupid, this sucked, but it started. And you put us in another situation like The Rock. Why fucking bother if you're just going to leave these threads? Life is too short for you to waste other people's time with these storylines that go fucking nowhere. How long are we watching Kairi being berated by Asuka and we get no fucking payoff? No payoff. And come to find out, that stupid bitch Dave Meltzer going around spreading bullshit that Kairi wanted to go to return to Japan, and they let her go because of that. That's not fucking true. She denied it as much. She never quit anything. I just can't believe it. It's like, don't come in. Just say no. But no, you waited until the fans bullied you. And you changed the creative. Yeah, partially I'm like, we wanted to be right. That Randy should have won that match. But because you didn't want to commit, you should have just let it be Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Like that was the plan. Just let it be that. Why does it have to be Pat? Why do you think so much of this guy? I understand he's great at what he does. He's not fucking Sylvester Stallone. He's just not. I don't get it. I like the guy. This is not me shitting on him or hating on him. I wouldn't do that. I like him. I just don't. This doesn't make any sense. And that's that TKO bullshit. They put their dirty, greasy hands into the creative, and it fucking sucks. This is the second time. Again. First The Rock, and then this. And then you look at Pat in the graphic with the fucking sunglasses. You don't think he's fucking trying to be The Rock?
Throw that up real quick, in case people forgot.
Come on. Just color him in. Shape his fucking head. Look at his eyebrow. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's weird, like I don't know whose idea it was to include Pat in the first place. I don't know if Pat pitched it or if Triple H, Nick Khan, Dwayne, whoever, right? And like, you get it started and it's like, wait a second, I can get out of this, right? Because people don't like it. First off, Randy. Now, I'm not gonna blame Randy Orton here. But what he could have done, or what Triple H could have done, or anyone in the business that was involved in this could have done is said, listen, Pat, I see you starting to have some doubts about the direction that we're taking. Two things. A, trust the process. B, delete your social media for now. Delete the apps. You don't have to disconnect your accounts or nothing. Don't go there. Because if they had a storyline they truly believed in, they would have gone with it. They would have been able to convince him. Pat's a fan, We know Pat McAfee is a fan. We can tell. That's why I appreciate him on commentary so much, because it comes across that he loves what he does, because he loves watching wrestling, just like we do. And I feel like this could have been prevented from within, certainly, but then there's Pat. You involved yourself in this. You signed up for it. Whoever's idea it was, Pat said, yes, I'm in. You finish the job. You go there and you finish the job. I don't want to say like he used creative control, but he certainly controlled creative, didn't he? It's weird. maybe I might be okay with Pat not being around anymore if this is how he's going to be, if he's going to be involved.
Cody got punted and he showed up on Raw like it didn't happen.
Cody got punted, busted open in the back of his head, busted open above or below his left eye. I'm not positive. I don't remember. And he showed up. I understand. You know, bunch of mean tweets. You know, I feel like you're a heel. That's what you want. Soak it up, dish it back. Or don't look at it.
Sure, yeah.
Cody's still champ. Randy may or may not be hurt. Cody's whole head looks like chopped meat. And that was the second longest match on the overall card, the longest match of the night at 22 minutes and 44 seconds. Let's go. Not going to hear that again. Tonight, 2. Match 1. Shortest match of the weekend. Definitely had longer entrances. 4 minutes, 46 seconds. Oba Femi. Brock Lesnar. Now, looks like Brock might be retired.
I think he's better be retired. But sometimes people have a number. And TKO's got a lot of money. So it was a quick match. You don't want really a long match from these two. Brock was squashed essentially. And the best creative we have for the man who retired Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania is the Oba challenge for Backlash. Great.
Yep.
And not glossing over Brock Lesnar. When we actually know he's retired, we'll probably do an episode on him, but I just don't know if it's really true or not until maybe after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't believe anything anyone says. Even when Heyman's like, take Brock off of there, put Oba in his place. I don't know. I'm really not sure. It's wrestling after all, and everyone's a fucking liar, and everybody wants money. You know, the only person I believe when they say they're done is John Cena. So.
Yeah. Ditto to all of that. Like, if Brock's done, thank you, sir. Thank you for not killing us. It was a short match. Like, I could have seen. Like, obviously, I picked Brock here, thinking Oba would look strong in defeat.
I still don't understand why you did that, but I get it.
Yeah.
Loyalty is a fickle mistress.
I don't know. Like they certainly made Oba look strong getting up right after the F5.
Well, no, not all the way. He took a knee. He went to a knee and then came up. Yeah, like a little, like that's better than anybody would do, but it's not exactly what you said.
Yeah,
yeah.
It put over his toughness, which that was a big part of the story right there. And Brock got cocky and turned his back, and Oba took advantage of the surprise. Then it was a quick match. Did his job. Oba is over
for now. You know, you can get over, but you got to stay over. Now the work really begins.
Yeah, we've seen stuff not pay off, like Brock beating Cena at WrestlePalooza in the squash.
Yeah, that was, I don't, if it maybe that's what that was for this. if he could do that to John Cena, and then Oba does it to Brock, who did that to John Cena, who's John Cena's never got one over on Brock really in any kind of dominating fashion. So
if that was the story they were telling, it would have been nice if they said it.
Yeah, certainly. All right.
All right. Match 2 was the ladder match. There it is. Boom. Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. We had Javon Evans hit a magnetic OG cutter on Rusev.
Yeah, this match was definitely not my favorite. It's just too much chaos. Just like, look what I can jump off of. Let's play a game together. Let's do this little fun little thing. It was cool to, I get it. I get the whole demolition derby car crash situation, but Penta was always going to be the winner.
Yeah. We both picked Penta here. There's no way it was going any other direction. It also, not that he needed it, but it showed some more of Javon Evans, which is good. I liked it because I like ladder matches. I don't love ladder matches because, again, there's the whole what can we actually do that's new here. But like I said, Javon Evans showed off his magnetism by pulling Rusev right off that ladder into that OG cutter.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes and change for that. Match 3. Wrong one. 1, 2. There. Trick with it. Beating Sami Zayn.
Match.
It was a better match.
This was a better match. Little Yachty was just. It wasn't. It didn't take away from any of it really. So I don't mind him being around. I really can't say a lot about it. I liked it. I liked the outcome. I liked everybody in it.
Yeah, I am still wondering if they've fully pulled the trigger on turning Sami heel.
I don't. Well, considering that he was dressed as the gingerbread man, which the fact that if you didn't guess that, I question what you really pay attention to. Like, it was obviously Sami Zayn. It's the same moves as him.
Yeah.
When he does his stupid dancing bullshit.
I love his dancing.
It worked this time because they didn't do the cheap thing and do it the first time you see the gingerbread man. Because I thought originally that it was going to be Sami Zayn under the gingerbread man, but then he came out to his own music. But for him to do what he did, and he was the gingerbread man, not necessarily a heel thing, because I could see like an Austin character like being disguised as something just to get close to McMahon or whoever to kick the shit out of them. And Trick Williams, himself says, he's not a heel. I don't agree with this. It's fine, but the way he goes about it is like, he's not a heel or a baby face. He's going to be Trick Williams, and if you like him, you're going to like him, and you feel like booing him, you're going to boo him. It's like, listen, buddy. Listen, not everybody's going to be able to do that, but I'm going to give you a chance. But you gotta, it makes it easier to follow the story if, like, some dastardly shit happens to you, or you do some dastardly shit, to get the upper hand, and people should boo you if you cheat,
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's going to be cool like Eddie Guerrero, and that's a part of their face thing. Doing it, that requires a skill set that I don't know you have, or I don't know if you have it or not. You're fresh, you're great now, but if you're over, can you stay over? I think he's great, but it's going to be about, if you're about it, then we'll see about that. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't want to throw shade. I like Trick Williams a whole lot as a performer, both in the ring and on the mic. He's entertaining as hell. That said, two things. A, I think you need to be more established before you can try to be just you. I don't have to be a heel. I don't have to be a face. I'm just me, and you react how you react. I think you need more of a track record with the audience for that. First off.
Yeah, it could be he's doing that on his own, but the people that work with him are like, no, this is what you're, you don't know what they're saying to him.
Yeah, exactly. And B, I'm curious just how over he would be without that dope ass track. Like that. The fans love that song. That is undoubted. I love that song. It's a fantastic song. Would he be as over? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Match 4. Night 2. They announced on the pre-show. I keep going to the orange ones. It's the blue one. There. They announced on the pre-show there was going to be a street fight. The Demon Finn Balor versus Dirty Dominik Mysterio, the AAA Mega Champion. And this went the way we expected, of course.
Yeah, this was fine. The body paint, yeah, great. You're the demon now. You crawl around. You had to spray paint your body to be Dirty Dominik Mysterio. And the feud isn't fucking over. It continues. So what the hell was the point of that? What was the point of that?
Maybe they got to do a Hell in a Cell?
Oh my God. The point of the demon is that's the end of the feud. That's it. The fact that he had to resort to that. Now what's next? Is he going to be the super demon now in the Hell in a Cell? Like, what's going on? I beat you in a street fight. Now I got to be the demon to beat you in a Hell in a Cell. What I don't understand.
Maybe Finn beats Dom in Hell in a Cell as Finn, not as the demon.
Then what the fuck was the point of the demon? I just finished telling you.
You're right.
He brings that shit out. That's always at the end. So why the all right, I'm sorry.
Maybe to throw a curve. Maybe creatively to throw a curveball. Maybe if they do that and Finn, without the demon paint, beats Dom in Hell in a Cell or whatever the next specialty match is going to be, maybe they do that to, I was going to say get Finn over, but to establish Finn as a serious contender as a solo without the Judgment Day behind him. And
then why isn't he just a demon all the time? You see the logic there? You see the corner they paint themselves in? And Finn Balor himself has been against it. He's like, he doesn't like to really do it all that much, because then if he just has to be the demon to beat you, then what's the point of Finn Balor?
I get it. But I think if Finn beats Dom without the demon paint, actually maybe that'll be the challenge. Maybe that'll be stipulation, no demon paint.
Okay. I tap. I'm tapping out. All
right. So it's another creatively weak spot. Yeah. All right. Next up, co-main event. We had Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, WWE Women's Championship.
I couldn't tell you what happened. I just know who won, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, there was a Riptide. 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom. 10 minutes, 8 seconds.
Yeah, I like Rhea in white. I don't think there's anything wrong with her at all. But that's just the way she's always been. She's been great. I can't really.
Yeah, I love Rhea Ripley. Like they showed something I think during the hype video for the match, showing how Rhea's been in like the last several, I don't remember how many, 4 or 5, maybe more, WrestleManias competing for a championship.
Yeah.
It's a strong stat.
Indeed.
Strong stat from mommy. I love it. All right, main
All right.
event of the whole damn weekend. Pepsi Phil, Company Man versus the Tribal Chief.
It's the best
Roman
match. It's the best match.
Reigns.
Both days. I could have done without the blatant step shot seen by everybody, including the referee.
Yep.
Just trying to work within the rules. The referee maybe find a way for him to get distracted or something. Maybe he's got to fix a turnbuckle or something. But come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if they actually hate each other or it's all just storyline, but they together worked very well to put together a very good match worth both nights. You know, it's the Big Mac at the end. It's the McFlurry machine's working. You know, you get your your dessert. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the right amount of salt on your fries if you like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This was it, and it didn't leave you having to shit yourself. You know, once you had it.
Yep. It fulfilled. It did its thing. It did exactly what it had to do. I agree. I didn't love the step shot. I called it as soon as I saw it. I said, "What's happening? Is that the match? Because if not, what's happening here?" At the very least, that didn't actually factor into the finish. Okay, fine. It was like in the first third of the match, I think it was. Interestingly enough, this week on my feed, I saw a video of Zach Gibson teaching his students and talking about the importance of the integrity of the referee and how if the ref sees you cheat, he has to react or she has to react, and if they don't, where's the heat? You know, it's the ref's job to be the voice of the fans saying, hey, you can't do that. You broke the rules. You're not supposed to do that. And that gets the crowd on the heel. If the ref allows it, this guy on the take, the heat's on the ref. So it pulled me out of it for that moment, but I pushed it aside. That aside, good match. Phil does deliver. Roman, of course, always delivers. Because he is the tribal chief. He makes sure the food is on the table and he eats first. And we saw why. So good. Glad. And now we have Roman versus Jacob Fatu. Backlash.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with this. I don't think you should take the belt off Roman. And where does that leave Jacob?
Well, Roman said after Backlash, he'll acknowledge him. So maybe Jacob falls in line.
Does Jacob look to you like somebody that falls in line? Does he look like Jey Uso to you?
No. But he could say, okay, I couldn't beat you, but listen, I like what you're doing here. I respect it. You know, the Usos leveled up when they were under your tutelage. I love that word, tutelage. You know, if you'll have me, I'd love to get in on that. Or maybe Roman will make the offer.
Do you actually visualize that? Do you like see that in your mind on an episode of Raw after Backlash? Do you see that in your mind? Honestly, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm not trying to tell you I'm just trying, like, do you play that back? Do you hear Jacob Fatu as you know him saying that?
No,
from the presentation being given to you.
no, but it's a non-zero possibility.
Right. Yeah, that's why I can't make any decisions. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't really understand. Like, I'm in a situation where this could go either way, and I'll kind of be fine
Mm-hmm.
if they could make it work. But they put him with he's got like a Tongan death grip or something that he's
Mm-hmm.
doing now, and
Yeah.
Roman sold the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're just gonna have to wait till Backlash to even see what happens with that. Until then, Bloodline enjoyers, get ready to eat. People who don't like the Bloodline, you're gonna have to deal with it because this is what's happening. I tried to tell you guys it was coming. I tried to prepare you. So now you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to sit. You have to figure it out if you're on board or not. It's still coming.
Do you want to kick yourself? Because I just realized something, and I'm kicking myself.
Okay.
I realized why First Family, first off, sounds awesome, but also sounds familiar.
Okay.
MOP. First Family.
I am. I agree. But I don't think we need to worry too much about MOP finding out about it.
Oh, they already won a lawsuit against WWE for the Rebel dude.
Yeah, dude, but guess what? Are they suing the President of the United States?
No.
Okay, well, that's where First Family comes from. MOP didn't originate the First Family.
No, but like they you're right. Maybe it's
I don't know.
nothing.
I mean, if you know what, not to get political, if they filed in New York, they could probably win. It's just, especially right now. So.
All right. So that was WrestleMania and the fallout. It's we're still here. We're sticking around. We're still watching.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
It'll take a lot for me to stop watching wrestling.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they can just do whatever the fuck they want.
Nope. No, because listen, we're gonna keep watching, but we're gonna call them on this shit. Like that stare shot.
Yeah, let's go to releases and then we gotta close the show.
Releases and quick hits on call-ups. Maybe not. We'll see. So, releases. The entire Wyatt Sicks faction. So that's Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. Kairi Sane. I don't know if this is a full list here. But that's what I got. Oh, Santos Escobar. Zoe Stark. Alba Fire, which hurts. Apollo Crews. And the Motor City Machine Guns, which also hurts.
I wonder if they kept Piper because she's hurt. I think if she wasn't hurt, they might have let her go too.
Zoe Stark
No, she was cleared.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Look, for Zoe, she'll be fine. She'll actually probably come back. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, I don't know what happens to them. Maybe they'll do Twitch streaming or some shit like that. But I don't know about going back to AEW for Aleister Black. I don't know about, maybe TNA. There's other places to go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try Japan. No one on that list besides, like, Kairi was the one where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
You don't care about the fans. You could have at least finished off the storyline. You could have at least done that. So, I don't know. There's all these rumors. Oh, this was TKO's call. It's like, oh no, but Triple H and them, they sat together. And I don't know. No one is really going to know. I just know that Santos might have well have been gone. I thought he was fired already. Then they brought him back, and you never see him again. And then they fire him again. Apollo Crews flew under the radar. Like, everybody would always wonder. Like, it was like when JTG was chilling on the, like, making it through every cut, and you never fucking see him.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't mention. I can't believe you didn't mention Motor City Machine Guns. They're like your favorite tag team or some shit.
I mentioned them. They're in there.
Did you? All
I
right.
said them
Well,
last,
those
yeah.
guys, they'll probably go to TNA. I mean, AEW.
AEW.
But I don't care. You know, I'm not gonna follow them over there. Why is Johnny Gargano still there? So he can just lay around and be a husk of what he formerly was? It's pathetic. And the Wyatts, look, I really wasn't into it, but I don't think they should have been fired. You played past the lantern and you got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
For what? To put over MFT so Jacob Fatu can kick all their asses except for the taller one, which he's probably going to wrestle on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, it could have been worse. And that's all I got to say about releases. See? So you can... I didn't spend too long on that.
Real quick, they hit NXT also releasing, I think the biggest name here, these two, Andre Chase and Malik Blade. Along with
You
Tyra
forgot
Steele
about
and
the
Serena
biggest name on NXT, Dante Chen. I mean, I can't believe...
Oh, he's out too. It's a shorter list for... I just have the real quick overview here.
Dante Chen. What do you mean? You don't care about Tyra May Steele? You don't care about Tyra May Steele, who shouldn't have won that first season of LFG? The worst decision they ever fucking made? Idiots.
I thought the worst decision they ever made was replacing Mickey James with Michelle McCool.
Well, second. But now we got Natalya and Kevin Owens instead of Undertaker and Michelle McCool.
Yes. Call-ups, we got Joe.
Joe
I
Hendry.
can't say his... Okay, you said his name. So I won't push.
You don't have to play it. You don't.
Yeah.
Just, guys, do it yourselves. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
That first... And they decide to... The novelty's worn off on me. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, guys. I've fallen off the train. It's like, yes, fire Logan Paul. Great. So Logan Paul and Joe Hendry. Awesome. I can't wait for that. Said no one. I don't know. Maybe Joe's got a lot of fans. And they put his entrance on a commercial break. That's the biggest thing. And they did it in a commercial break.
Maybe because he was going to have a performance, but also this is so many commercials.
Yeah, he's not famous for his fake song that he makes. He's famous for his theme song. And his first episode on Raw since the call-up, you don't play his music for everybody.
Weird choices.
Evil is an NXT. I'm not going to pretend to be a cool guy, New Japan dude. Great. I don't, it's fine. Look, they weren't able to utilize Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't trust them with anybody. Like, if you think about male Japanese wrestlers, it's really not like a big collection. Like, the most over Japanese wrestler is Io Sky.
Yeah.
And Asuka. But that's it. That for some reason the dudes just don't do great. I don't know. Maybe this guy will change that.
Or maybe he'll be the next Jacket Time.
I don't think he's like that.
That gimmick was not for me.
Yeah, but that you can't really compare the two.
No,
like,
you're right.
If you just look at the guy, like he might have something, but so does Shinsuke Nakamura. Was my point with that one.
Yeah, I love Shinsuke. We also got Ethan Page, main roster now. All of Fatal Influence. And Blake Monroe debuting this coming week.
I like Blake Monroe. She's my favorite NXT wrestler. Hopefully she does something good. Because, well, she'll be great. I don't, Tiffany Stratton, I think I think Blake Monroe is going to be the United States champion sooner rather than later.
I think that's probably a pretty good call.
You know what? And I'd also have Rhea Ripley put her over too, eventually. I know right now she's screwing around with Fatal Influence, but once that's done, I think we got to get the belt on Blake Monroe.
Definitely underhanded tactics if she's beating Rhea.
Well, yeah, that's what heels are supposed to do. That's the point. I like, them working within the confines of the rules to cheat.
Yeah. Well, that is our post-WrestleMania recap. Recap of WrestleMania and the fallout and releases and call-ups. What did you think? Who's your favorite call-up? Besides Kairi Sane, what release are you most sad about? For me, it's the Guns besides Kairi Sane. Let us know. Thanks for joining us. Peace out.
Bye.